Hi, I'm Eric Wright of DS Simon here at the PR News Social Media Conference. Joining me right now is Taylor Cole from Hotels.com and Pat Burek from Fin Partners. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So in your session, you talked a little bit about your integrated social media campaign at South by Southwest. Can you tell us a little bit about how that all came together?
Yes. So South by Southwest has obviously become one of the most popular events in Austin, Texas. However, one of the big pain points about attending the event is waiting in line. So at Hotels.com, we worked with Fin Partners, our PR and social media agency, to help us come up with an idea. And we decided to set up a line waiter program where basically we would stand in line for people who tweeted to us and help them to be able to take some time to get away and have something to eat or take a break. And it would give us an opportunity to engage with them during the event.
That sounds very cool. Sounds like it was probably very well received.
It was. We had overwhelming response and really good social media and PR metrics, but more importantly, we really were able to step in and offer a level of hospitality to people when they needed it the most.
Pat, what were some of the goals of the campaign?
So we had an opportunity to do something creative and engaging on site, and this is our first activation at South by Southwest. We really wanted to create something that was of value to consumers and was helpful to consumers, and that they really had something to take away from. So we thought this would fulfill all those goals and really create an experience for people that they would remember and really see that Hotels.com has their back.
Very cool. Who did you engage in the conversation, and how did you utilize partners to help facilitate the campaign?
Well, we engaged people who were on the ground there at South by Southwest, so average consumers who were there to attend the event. But we also worked with some of the other booth and distributors and people who were on display there at the event. So a lot of the street vendors, a lot of the food vendors that were there, we worked with them to fill the line when people were waiting to shop their booth.
And Pat, what were some of the lessons learned from this campaign?
Sure. So something like this, it was a very real-time activation that required real-time responses both on the ground and on our handles. So we learned that flexibility was a really important key, and just being very clear and concise in our communications with followers who were there on the ground to set expectations, let them know that we were there for them.
Great. And Taylor, what are some things that other brands can take away from what you guys did there?
You know, the big thing was solving a pain point, solving a problem, and so really identify what maybe is somewhere that you could step in and offer a service, offer maybe a lending hand when people are waiting in line, or people are tired of maybe being hungry, or they need to charge their phones. Just identify a problem that you can solve, and then find a way to do that and use social media to engage.
That sounds great. And finally, I'm going to ask you both your opinion as to what you think is the next big thing in digital and social communications. I'll start with you, Pat.
Sure. So, really over the past year, I think we've seen a lot of brands engage with consumers on social media and capture that experience of surprising them and delighting them with something, whether that's a free product, free service, something that's helpful and gives them a value. And brands like JetBlue and WestJet have had a great success around campaigns like that. And that's a takeaway that we learned from when trying to do something like this. And we see that as something that brands will continue to try to look for and replicate.
What about you, Taylor?
I would agree. Experiential is all the buzz now, and I think that's really important for brands. But, for example, for B2B, it's really using the right social media channel to best reach your audience. While Skip the Line, our line activation at South by Southwest, may not work for every business. However, there are things that corporations can do, maybe through LinkedIn or perhaps through Instagram, that may help bring customers closer to your product and service.
And just one final thought on that. How would a brand go about finding which platform might be the best for them to utilize when doing an engagement?
I look where my customers are. Start listening. Listen to where your customers are having conversations about products or about services that you may be able to provide. LinkedIn has become a much stronger social media channel for business. Instagram, with its visual nature, of course, is much more engaging for younger millennials and for people who are looking to buy consumer products. And so I think really listening to where your consumers may be, your customers or third-party vendors may be, is one big way.
That sounds great. Thank you both for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.